Alright, here we are at swarm trap number 1. I just got done checking hive number 1 and everything looks fine. The bees are moving through the honey super just like I was hoping they would. So, what do you think? Might have ourselves a swarm. Okay, well, attempt number 1 was a failure because the 5-foot ladder that I have is not going to cut the mustard. So, I'm going to have to get a taller ladder that I can actually get back here and get away from the tree. But, if you may have saw, if I picked it up on camera, as soon as I took the lid off, there is a whole bunch more bees in there than I anticipated. So I'm gonna go get a different ladder and I'll be back for attempt number 2. Alright, so in comparison, the ladder in the back is the one that I grabbed. The one up front is the one I was initially using, which I believe is maybe a 5-foot one. So this other one should be a little better, although probably a little more cumbersome to get back there. So we'll see how this goes. Check this out. I already had a first peek, but I wanted to move the camera and show y'all. So what do you think? Possibly a swarm? I would think so. So I already looked through the frames and I didn't see any sign of a queen. Now these frames did have quite a lot of pollen and food once I condensed the other hives from being a 3 deep brood chamber. So I'm just gonna look through these again, looking for eggs or the queen. I think I caught myself my first swarm within a week. I put these traps up about 5 days ago and I noticed all these bees yesterday evening. So yeah, if you want some free bees, build yourself some of these traps for about $7 each. But yeah, this looks pretty promising. Alright, I will be back in a little bit. Alright, well, here we go. And like I said earlier, this one has 4 frames in it just because my woodworking skills aren't that accurate, so I have another frame and a 5 frame here. So it's as easy as just moving frames into the other box, and hopefully the rest of the bees that are down in this one box pick up on the queen's pheromone that will be in the 5-frame trap, and they will eventually just move on in there. I have all 4 frames from the swarm trap in the nuke box. There was 1 frame in there with some drawn comb, so it has 5 full frames. I opened up the entrance and I just have the inner cover on top there. So I'm gonna leave it out here for a few hours. Definitely keep an eye on the weather and put the outer cover on if the storm rolls through. But I'm gonna go back up the ladder and show y'all how many bees are still in the box. For those that don't know, if the bees end up hanging out in the opening here or on top of the inner cover and they are just fanning like crazy, like they have their butts up in the air and they're just fanning their wings like crazy, That's a good sign that you have the queen. Alright, so check it out. This is, I cannot see if this is on camera, I imagine it is, but there is quite a few bees left in the hive. And in the bottom left corner, I thought that was a larva a second ago, but that is in fact one of the Q-tips. And there's another Q-tip over here, comes up on camera. Quite a few bees on the cover. So yeah, we'll see if this works. I imagine there is a queen in here somewhere, but you know, it's like picking a needle out of the haystack, so I'll check on the nuke box in an hour, see if the bees have started to move into it, which is a sign that you have the queen. And if not, I will have to come up with a plan B. Alright, here's a better look at Swarm Trap 2. So, if you can tell or not too much activity, just a few bees coming and going. I don't have the ladder, so I can't get up there to open up the lid, but judging from what Swarm Trap number 1 looks like with all its activity, and clearly a swarm moved into that, I'm not going to bother looking into this one. Alright, this is Swarm Trap number 3, and as you can see, there's a few bees coming and going, which is kind of what trap number 1 looked like yesterday afternoon, evening. Not too many bees, but then clearly there's more in there than I thought. Alright everybody, so it's only been about 20 minutes since I moved the frames from the swarm trap to the nuke box, and again, and kind of like usual, a little bit overzealous and excited mainly to have caught a swarm, so I wanted to move them into the box and then eventually over into the bee yard. But after consulting with my bee mentor and buddy, he suggested, since they just moved into the swarm trap, give them a few days, let them get all set up, the queen starts laying in all the frames, and then move the entire trap into the bee yard, leave it there for a few days, and then eventually move them into either a nuke box or a 10 frame, depending on the size. So here I am back at the swarm trap and the nuke box, and that is exactly what I'm gonna do. I hate redoing stuff or moving bees around a lot, but you know, better to be safe than sorry. So I'm going to take his advice, since he has quite a few more years of experience with beekeeping than I do, and move the frames back into the swarm trap, give it a few days, maybe until even next weekend, so another 5-6 days, and then move the whole box into the bee yard. Like usual, thanks for watching everybody. Feel free to add your comments. I have a few people that engage my content a lot, and I appreciate it. That's Dave, I believe, over in Havelock or New Bern, and then Bruce from Bruce's Bees down south in Alabama. So I appreciate all the feedback that you guys give on my videos, and tune in next time.